Let's look at a problem in the short run regarding retaining or eliminating a segment. Again, I emphasize you need to keep your short run perspective because sometimes we are more limited in what we can eliminate in the short run. The managers of Golden Floors are concerned that operating income is too low. They are considering dropping the ceramic tile line and believe that the decision will increase the company's income by $12,000. The following information is available. All right, so we have wood products and ceramic tile, and we're given the sales, the variable costs, the contribution margin, the direct fixed costs, the common costs that are allocated in the income. So overall, it looks like wood products is earning $20,000 and ceramic tile has a loss of $12,000. Now, a couple of things to consider here. The direct fixed costs are they exist because that segment exists. The common fixed costs have been allocated equally among the segments. So this is things like the president's salary, the facilities costs, and sometimes those costs cannot completely be eliminated. Now note that right now company-wide income is $8,000. That's the two segments income. $20,000 income, $12,000 loss, nets out to be $8,000 profit for the whole company. Common fixed costs are allocated equally to the segments. Assuming common fixed costs will decrease by 15% if the company drops the ceramic tile division. What is the effect on the company's income if the ceramic tile division is dropped? Well, we'll look at the effect on company-wide income, not the income effect on ceramic tile, because we, of course, know that that will go to zero. But company-wide, what will happen is we will lose the contribution margin of the ceramic tile division. We will lose $50,000 of contribution margin since we will eliminate the sales and the variable costs of that product line. This will have a negative effect on the company-wide income. Then we have to analyze the fixed costs. And remember what we said about fixed costs. The direct fixed costs will go away because they exist because the segment exists. This would be things like the salary of the manager who manages the ceramic tile division. Now the common fixed costs that were assigned to the ceramic tile division were $20,000. And we are going to decrease common fixed costs by 15%, but when you look at this, that is 15% of the total common fixed cost of $40,000. Remember that $20,000 allocation, that was simply an arbitrary allocation that said half of all common costs will be allocated to each of our two divisions. So we're not going to eliminate 15% of $20,000, we're going to eliminate 15% of the total common cost of $40,000. That comes out to be a reduction in common fixed cost of $6,000. Now this decrease in fixed costs will increase company-wide income. Lower costs, higher income. But overall, our incremental income is negative $2,000. So the way you interpret this is that company-wide income will decrease by $2,000 if the ceramic tile division is dropped. Management assumed it would go up by $12,000 because ceramic tile is showing a loss of $12,000. But that was partially due to the fact that that division is covering some of the common fixed costs, like the president's salary, like IT and accounting and HR. Now Part B says, prepare an income statement if the company only operates the wood products division. So now our sales for the wood products division will be $300,000. The variable expenses, if you'll look at that wood products column, are $210,000. Our contribution margin then is $90,000. The direct fixed cost of wood products will continue to exist. They are $50,000 given in the problem. But now the fixed costs that are common, 85% of those are going to remain. Since 15% can be eliminated, 85% will remain, 34,000. So overall, company-wide income will be $6,000. Now what we want to do is look at company income. Remember, with the ceramic tile line, when you operated both wood products and ceramic tile, income was $8,000. If the ceramic tile line is dropped, it's $6,000. We proved that in Part B. But when you compare these two company-wide incomes, $8,000 versus $6,000, you see that company-wide income is $2,000 lower. This really just proves that our analysis in Part A is true. In other words, there was no real reason to do Part B. We did that really just for demonstration purposes to show that income went from $8,000 to $6,000 and it decreased $2,000. So when you're looking at eliminating segments in the short run, the revenues and variable costs, that's pretty easy. They will go away for that division. The fixed costs, you'll have to identify what the problem says about fixed costs. Direct fixed costs will go away. Common fixed costs may or may not. It depends on the analysis that management has done, and for you that means what's given in the problem. All right, work some problems, bring questions to class.